I am hungry. See, Rusty and I haven't eaten in 2 days because we want our stomachs to be as empty as possible. That's because we're preparing for a charity chicken wing eating contest at Rick's Kosher Chicken Wing Palace. And the winner becomes the Chicken Wing King or Queen. Who knows how many hot wings we'll have to eat, though, to win. Who cares? It's all for charity anyway. The point of being named king or queen of anything is to serve, right? Well, unfortunately, not everyone sees it that way. Some people think we were made to be served by others. That's not how God created us. We were made to serve. Hopefully, Rusty and I were made to eat a lot of hot wings.
Whoa! Why are you wearing that costume?
Well, Rick hired me to be the chicken wing judge.
What?
Yeah, but Sophia, was that costume really a necessary?
Yes, and I want you to know that even though we're all best friends,
Good friends.
best friends,
Good friends on a good day.
I'm not going to show any partiality. In fact, I'm going to judge this contest right down the middle.
Well, that's great to hear, but okay, I got a question. Why is this happening in my house instead of Rick's Kosher Chicken Wing Palace?
Well, there was a fire in the kitchen last night.
At Rick's?
On fire.
Yeah, no one really knows how it happens, you know? So I offered your garage.
Okay. Well, Rusty, here's the deal. We're friends, so may the best man win. Here's him. Striker!
I will win.
Why are you so good at hiding?
You can't join the contest.
Yeah!
I can, and I did.
Ah!
And when I become the chicken wing, when I become,
Yeah,
gotta pull it out.
pull a chair.
Pull the chair out.
it's so hard to manage. And when I become the chicken wing king, I will destroy your lab and run you out of the neighborhood. Crust. Yes, thank you.
Well, let the chicken wing contest begin.
Yes.
Are you gonna eat one? It's a chicken wing contest.
Fine. Max, it's time for Operation Flame.
Cool.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know.
Do the plan.
What plan?
Operation Flame.
Cool name. What is it?
We talked about this before we came here today.
Oh yeah, you wanted me to make Herman and Rusty's wings taste better.
Yeah, yes, tastes better.
Right.
Oh, I'll distract the judge.
Okay.
You go. A chicken feather lady. I believe there's a feather here in my food. If you come look, everybody look. It's right there embedded in the skin. You see that? Or is it on the other side maybe? Or is that a feather?
There are no feathers in your food. Keep eating.
They have a really funny way of showing that something is good. What are we laughing at? You never explain your jokes to me.
I shouldn't have to.
Well, that's unfair.
Is this TGI Fridays or something? It's terrible.
Are you still upset about that chicken wing contest?
Yeah, a little. Are you still wearing that costume?
I like it.
Oh, you. What are you doing now?
Max, do your job.
What's my job again?
You are the town crier.
Oh.
Stop it! Announce my arrival.
Hear ye, announcing the royal Chicken Wing King.
Yes. It is I, the Chicken Wing King. You may tremble in awe or lavish me with your praise. Or both, if you so choose.
You know what? You did something those chicken wings. I know it. So you better confess, Von Stryker.
You can't prove anything.
Why?
Besides, the judge, Miss Chickenfeather, has spoken.
Sorry, Dr. Herman, I didn't see anything.
Yes.
All right, whatever. Chicken Wing King. What are you doing with this newfound chicken wing fame?
Oh, the usual things, visiting hospitals and charitable organizations, you know.
I have to admit, I'm surprised.
You guys should hear the fuss they put up about how much it costs to host the Chicken King.
That makes more sense. What are you doing, Von Stryker? You can't charge places like that to go and visit.
Well, what is the use of being Chicken Wing King if I can't use my newfound fame and fortune for free things?
Herman, you know nothing about serving others.
Nothing.
Look, I know enough to know that serving isn't about getting stuff for yourself. Yeah.
Off with his wig.
Shh, Dr. Herman, you don't want to have to pay for another wig.
I am not bald, okay? Look, I'm not bald. Look, you can pull the hair if you want to. It's real.
We believe you.
You know what? You're really milking this Chicken Wing King thing for all you can get, can't you? Aren't you?
You know what? This couch, you just seem to sink in. Need to work on the firmness.
It's fine.
You talk about being made for greatness.
Yeah?
Well, this is it. This is greatness. Superiority. I am a superior chicken wing eater. And that means I am greatness, right?
Well, the Bible has something to say about that, Mr. Chicken Wing King. Yeah, it's in Mark 10:43. And it says, instead, anyone who wants to be important among you must be your servant. Yeah.
He's right. God made us to serve others.
You think like that, but in the meanwhile, you sit there like losers while I reign over Rick's Kosher Chicken Wing Palace, and I get all the free stuff and giveaways and their little sauces too. They're so yummy. Now, it is time to go, Max, to the chariot.
Oh, the Toyota! Let's go!
Today's true story from the Bible is about a girl named Esther. She was Jewish, but most of the Jewish people had been kicked out of Israel and forced to live in other countries. Esther's family was sent to Persia. This story is remarkable because Esther's rise to greatness was like few others. The Persian Empire was the largest in the world and was headed up by a man named Xerxes, who happened to need a new queen. So King Xerxes decided to gather potential queens from all over his kingdom. And he planned to pick from these girls the one who impressed him the most. Think of it as the world's first reality TV competition without the TV part. You may have already guessed it, but Esther was picked to be the queen. Talk about remarkable. Esther was an orphan who had been raised by her cousin Mordecai. That's a humble beginning, but now she was the queen of Persia. She was sitting on top of the world. The problem was the King Xerxes had an advisor named Haman who was a royal pain, literally. He loved to let everyone know that he was in charge, and Haman forced everyone to honor him by kneeling in his presence. This was a guy who saw greatness as a way to help himself first. Well, Esther's cousin Mordecai refused to bow down to Haman because Mordecai was committed to honoring the one true God. And Mordecai said, I only bow to him. How do you think Haman took that news? You're right, not well at all. In fact, Haman decided that since Mordecai was Jewish and he wouldn't bow, he would just take care of the problem by having all the Jewish people in the whole kingdom killed. In order to do this, he actually convinced King Xerxes to make a law allowing all the Jews to be killed simply because they were Jewish. Mordecai and the other Jewish people heard about his plan and the new law. The Bible says that all the Jewish people cried when they heard the decree. Esther heard how sad Mordecai was and sent a message asking what was wrong. Mordecai explained the new law and asked for her help. At first, Esther wasn't sure if she could do anything at all. If she went to the king without being asked to come and visit, she could be killed. But Mordecai put it to her like this. He said, it could be that you were made queen for just a time like this. So Esther asked Mordecai and the Jewish people to fast and pray for the next 3 days. That meant they didn't eat or drink anything for those 3 days. Esther and her servants did the same thing. She prepared herself for the big task by focusing on God. 3 days later, Esther entered the king's court. This was the moment of truth. King Xerxes looked out at Esther and he reached out his scepter. That was the sign that the king was pleased with her and allowed her to speak. He asked Esther what she wanted. She asked the king and Haman to attend a party that night. At the party, he asked her again what she wanted. Esther asked him and Haman to another party. Finally, at the second party, Esther asked the king to please save her life and the lives of all the Jewish people. Well, King Xerxes wasn't happy. He demanded to know who wanted to kill them. Esther told them it was Haman. The Bible says Haman was terrified. That means scared. And he had good reason to be. King Xerxes punished Haman in the same way Haman had planned to punish Mordecai. The Jewish people were saved. It would have been so easy for Esther to just sit back and enjoy the perks of being queen. She could have relaxed, let others serve her, really live it up. Instead, Esther risked her life to save her people. God didn't make Esther into a great queen just so she could relax more. He made her queen at just the right time to save his people. Saving the Jewish people at that moment was part of God's big plan to save the world through Jesus. In Mark 10:43, Jesus said, "Instead, anyone who wants to be important among you must be your servant." Our job, our mission is to be servants. That means sometimes we help a friend carry her backpack, or we throw away someone else's lunch tray, or even clean our brother's room for him. We serve and do what God asks us to do because it's part of His plan to change our world. Remember today's big point. I was made to serve.
Herman, you have to save me.
What are you talking about?
The peasants, They are revolting. They even tore down the popsicle statue that Rick made by hand in front of his chicken wing palace. It's terrible.
Yeah, somehow they even found pitchforks and torches in the storeroom.
Peasants?
The workers.
For some reason, they got a little upset when Hans was making very reasonable demands, like doing his laundry, feeding him wings, washing his car.
Yes, I am a very reasonable chicken wing king.
Sounds like it. Yeah. You know, it sounds to me like you're in trouble because you are using your kingly perks to take advantage of people.
What is he saying? Is he speaking English? I don't understand a word. Is that Pig Latin? I don't know what he said.
No, I'm saying your problem is you thought you were made to be served. But that's not what it's about. We're made to serve others and help them.
He makes a lot of sense.
I thought you were on my side.
Well, your side is being chased by Angry Mob.
Okay. Maybe I went a little overboard, but Herman, you have to help me. They will listen to you.
Okay, you know what? I'll help you. But first I want to know what you did in the contest.
Nothing.
Oh, really? Okay. Hey, guys! You want to come talk to the Chicken Wing King?
No, Herman, stop.
Hans, just tell him about how you made the taste way better.
What? What'd you do?
I added something called the Carolina Reaper to your wings.
You cheated! You had extra hot to the hot wings. I knew it!
Okay, fine. I'll tell you what. I will proclaim you the Chicken Wing King. And please, just help me.
Fine, I guess as king I'll help everyone. Even if I have to serve the weasels.
There's weasels?
Boom! Roasted!
Oh, he meant me.
Well, I guess it appears that I'm now the Chicken Wing King. I told Rusty we could share the honor since we really don't know who would have won. But unlike Hans, we're committed to helping others. Being in charge isn't about what you can get from others. Jesus tells us that being the leader means being willing to serve. Greatness isn't about everyone thinking you're great. Greatness is shown when you use what God gave you to be a helper. And you can tell your family about Esther and how she served when you do this week's Big Do. Do one thing to serve someone in your family this week.